Everyone in Ajagunal knew that Ashley was a hardworking woman. Before the sun rose every morning, she was already awake. While many people were still asleep, she would be preparing for another long day. She sold fabrics in Balagan Market and had built her business from nothing. There were days she returned home exhausted, but she never complained. Life had taught Ashley to work hard. She had lost her father at a young age, and her mother struggled to raise 4 children. From childhood, she learned that if she wanted something, she had to work for it. When she turned 28, people around her began asking the same question. When will you marry? At weddings, family gatherings, and church programs, the question followed her everywhere. Some people even whispered behind her back. She is getting old. Maybe men don't like her. Perhaps she is too focused on money. Every comment pierced her heart. Deep down, Ashley was lonely. She desired companionship. She wanted someone who would love her. She wanted a family. Then she met Sam. At first, Sam seemed like an answer to her prayers. He was handsome, charming, and knew exactly what to say. Whenever he spoke to Ashley, he made her feel special. "You are different from other women," he would tell her. "No one understands me the way you do." Those words melted her heart. For the first time in years, she felt seen. Within a year, they got married. The wedding was simple but beautiful. Ashley believed she was beginning the happiest chapter of her life. Unfortunately, she was wrong. Only a few months into the marriage, she began noticing things. Sam hardly worked. Whenever she asked about his plans, he always had excuses. "The economy is difficult. I am waiting for a business opportunity. I am talking to investors." Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Nothing changed. While Ashley woke up before dawn every day, Sam spent most of his time at home. Sometimes she returned from work and found him watching television. Other times he was sleeping. At first she remained patient. Marriage required understanding, she told herself. Things would improve. But they never did. When rent became due, it was Ashley who paid. When electricity bills arrived, Ashley paid. When food was needed, Ashley provided. When Sam wanted new clothes, Ashley bought. When his friends invited him somewhere and he lacked money, he came to Ashley. "My love, can you lend me 20,000 naira?" She would give it to him. The following week, he would ask for more. "My darling, I need another 30,000. Again, she would give it to him. The money was never returned. Yet Ashley remained silent. The truth was that she was afraid. Afraid of losing him. Afraid of being alone. Afraid that nobody else would love her. Whenever she became frustrated, she reminded herself that at least she had a husband. Many women her age were still unmarried. At least that was what she told herself. Years passed. Her business continued growing. Meanwhile, Sam remained the same. One afternoon, Ashley was discussing finances. "We need to save for the future." Sam laughed. "Why are you always worrying? You make enough money." The statement shocked her. Not because of the words themselves, but because she realized something. Her husband had become comfortable depending on her. He no longer saw them as partners. He saw her as a provider. Still she stayed. Still she endured. Then came the day that changed everything. Started like every ordinary day. Ashley was at the market attending to customers. Around midday, she realized she had forgotten an important document at home. Since she needed it urgently, she closed her shop temporarily and returned home. She expected the house to be empty. Instead, she heard laughter. A woman's laughter. At first she thought she was imagining things. Then she heard Sam's voice. Ashley's heart began racing. Slowly, she approached the bedroom. The door was slightly open. What she saw shattered her world. There was another woman inside. Not just sitting. Not just visiting. The truth was obvious. For a moment, Ashley could not breathe. The man she had sacrificed everything for. The man she had supported financially for years. The man she believed she could not live without. Was cheating on her. The woman noticed her first. Shock filled her face. Sam turned around. The color drained from his face. "Ashley." But Ashley raised her hand. She did not want explanations. She did not want lies. She did not want excuses. She simply turned around and walked away. For hours she wandered through Lagos without knowing where she was going. Tears streamed down her face. Memories flooded her mind. The rent she paid, the bills she paid, the sacrifices she made, the dreams she abandoned. Everything. She had given everything. Yet it was not enough. That night, she slept at her sister's house. For the first time in years, she looked at her life honestly. She asked herself a painful question. What exactly am I staying for? The answer frightened her. She was staying because she believed she deserved nothing better. The realization broke her, but it also freed her. The next morning, she made a decision. She was leaving. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Immediately, when she returned home, Sam tried apologizing. It was a mistake. It meant nothing. I love you. Ashley listened quietly. Then she smiled. Not the smile of a woman in love. The smile of a woman who had finally woken up. You loved me enough to spend my money. You loved me enough to let me suffer. You loved me enough to betray me. Then she looked him directly in the eyes. I choose myself. Within weeks, she moved out. The divorce process began. Many people criticized her. Some said she should forgive him. Others said every man cheats. But Ashley was no longer interested in opinions. For the first time in her life, she was interested in peace. The months that followed were difficult. Healing was not easy. There were nights she cried. Nights she doubted herself. Nights she wondered whether she had made the right decision. But every morning she continued moving forward. She expanded her business. She opened a second shop. Then a third. Her confidence returned. The woman who once feared being alone began enjoying her own company. She traveled. She learned new skills. She laughed again. Most importantly, she discovered her value. She no longer believed love was something she had to earn through sacrifice. Real love did not require suffering. 2 years later, during a business conference in Abuja, she met Thomas. Unlike Sam, Thomas was hardworking. Unlike Sam, he respected her. Unlike Sam, he never asked her to carry his responsibilities. They started as friends. Slowly, friendship became something deeper. Thomas admired her strength. He admired her intelligence. He admired her journey. For the first time, Ashley experienced what healthy love looked like. When she was tired, Thomas supported her. When she doubted herself, he encouraged her. When she succeeded, he celebrated her. There was no competition, no manipulation, no exploitation, just respect, just partnership, just love. One evening, Thomas proposed. As tears filled her eyes, Ashley remembered the woman she used to be. The woman who believed nobody else could love her. The woman who tolerated disrespect because she was afraid of loneliness. The woman who carried an entire marriage on her shoulders. That woman felt very far away now. With a smile, she said yes. A year later, they married. The marriage was nothing like her first. Responsibilities were shared. Decisions were shared. Dreams were shared. For the first time, Ashley knew what it meant to have a partner. Years later, she stood on the balcony of her beautiful home, watching her children play. The evening breeze brushed against her face. She thought about everything she had survived. Then she smiled. If Sam had not betrayed her, she might never have discovered her worth. If she had remained afraid, she might never have found true happiness. Sometimes the ending of one chapter is the beginning of a better life. And as Ashley watched the sunset beside the man who genuinely loved her, she understood something important. The greatest love story of her life was not finding Thomas. It was finding herself. And from that moment onward, she never allowed anyone to make her forget her value again. Sometimes, the people we sacrifice the most for are the ones who teach us our greatest lessons. Ashley spent years carrying a marriage alone, believing she had to earn love through suffering. But the day she chose herself was the day her life began to change. Her story reminds us that being alone is better than staying where you are not valued. Real love does not drain you, break you, or make you carry every burden by yourself. Real love respects, supports, and grows with you. What would you have done if you were in Ashley's position? Would you have stayed and forgiven Sam? Or would you have walked away and started over? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more powerful African stories of love, betrayal, resilience, and triumph. Until next time, remember, your value is not determined by who stays in your life. Never settle for less than the love and respect you deserve.